Geocoding. Geocoding normally is actually GIS process of converting a descriptive like location description from the address or name place into a geographic coordinate, just like longitude and latitude, and you can use that to map or analyze it spatially. So what does geocoding does in GIS? It actually transforms human readable location into a machine readable and spatial data. For example, if I want to talk about Kigali Convention Center, and these are the names of the people that are lists, names of location that are listed. So I can actually use geocoding to convert it to coordinate. Now, if I have another place like this, I can also use it like this and it convert me to coordinate. So this allows GIS system to be visualized, analyzed, and interact with location-based data. Now, on this, there are different types of geocoding, which types of geocoding inputs, like address, like name of the street, city, code, or postal code, like this, or you can add it like a landmark or institution, like the way we say University of Rwanda. This automatically can be geocoded back to longitude and latitude. Or coordinates, we call it reverse geocoding. The same way you have, you remember the coordinate we were using yesterday to work on both the one we used when we did a topographic, like trying to create a contour, the one we get from Google Earth, and then those points you see there, we can use those coordinates to do reverse geocoding to know the name of the place. Or we can talk about the customized identifier like parcel ID or building code. We can use that as well to do geocoding. So common application of geocoding is in urban planning. You use it in mapping infrastructure and service coverage. In disaster response, you use it in locating incident and resource. In environmental monitoring, tagging pollution sources or protected area. In business intelligence, customer location and analysis. So in public health, you can also use it in mapping diseases and then clinic access. So how does it work? We use it mostly in GIS software like ArcGIS, QGIS. Google Earth Engine uses address or locator in geocoding. So in ArcGIS, you uses locator build from reference example. You put line, point, or different distance. In QGIS, we use plugin like QGIS or external API, Google or Nominatum. Google is for Google, Nominatum is for OpenStreetMap that we have been using. Then we also have different types of online API like Google Maps, Bing, Map, or Here. So you can geocode either single entities manually or using a bulk table via CSV, via Excel or shapefile. And then there also are other advanced geocoding techniques which can also be used. So in generally, I just wanted you to like generally understand what we mean by geocoding. So we can do reverse geocoding or we can do the normal geocoding. Now, in generally, I asked us to come up with this because I wanted us to have a commonly, because there are sometimes as a GIS analyst you get to have a data, and then those data are on those data are you have a coordinates, and then you needed to get it you have a names of a places different scattered, and then you needed to get it back to coordinate to use to do analysis. You normally don't need to start going to go down there to collect. Like for example, the way I have this here, and then if I assume that this is the locations of waste bin or locations of house, and this thing are written in like this. So this is submitted by Ame, and then also submitted by Balak and Lydia. So from here, we have this. So I think Balak, maybe he made a mistakes, and then he does. So I'm just going to delete one of the columns here. So I'm going to delete one of the row here. So we have this remaining. Okay, so here you see this and that. So we are able to have up to 30 of them, and yeah, so we're able to have 30 because since 3 persons submit, so it means we have 30. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. I'm going to go ahead and click on new. I'm going to say spreadsheet here. So today I'm just going to use normal Excel sheet that you have to do it. So we are going to use the Google sheet spreadsheet, and that's what we're going to use to do it for today. Now if you see here, I'm just going to do it manually. So if you see here, you see now that here I'm just going to copy whatever that we have here, just to copy what three of you were able to input. So I'm going to take it from here, and from here. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to return to this main Excel, the one I just created now, and then I'll just close this up, and I'm going to paste it here. Now to clean it up, so I'm going to go here and clean up the name. So this one to here, I'm going to delete A to C. Then I'm having 1 2 3 4. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to copy this one here, copy it, no, cut it, and I'm going to paste it here. Then also this one to here, cut, I'm going to paste it here. And then this one as well to here, so cut it, and I'm going to paste it here. Then all right, so you can see this here. So we have up to 30, and so this is just exactly what we have here. So I want to assume that this is different location as we all collected. So I'm going to paste this, and I'm just going to paste only value because I just wanted to clear sorry. Okay, so what I'm just trying to do is to paste this particular thing perfectly. So here I'm going to put this thing as address like this, and then so you can see here that we have this is just what we have here, the 21. Let me just get it done. I just want to clear it properly. So this is the address I have, and maybe I collected it from different sources, and I wanted to get the coordinate of this place. So what I can do here normally is if you have this, just go to Google Excel, that is Google spreadsheet. Now you go to extension here, and when you go to extension, you need to have internet to get this done. Like you need to have this, you need to connect to internet to be able to use this. So go to extension, under extension here, and you can see Google add-on. Ignore this, yeah, because I have it. So go to Google add-on here, and then when you go to Google add-on, there are different geocoding tools that you can use, but personally I sometimes use Awesome Table. So when you go to Awesome Table here, this particular one, click on it, and when you click on it, it's going to just come up like this. And then because I have already added it for me, so you can see here we have Awesome Table here. So you can see Awesome Table. So you just need to click on install. There are the other different geocoding tools, as you can see here. So once you click on install, so you can actually click on this like the way I click on my account like this, and that's going to activate it for your account. So you can see Awesome Table. So you click on it like this, and you continue. So I'm going to click on continue, and that's going to grant access to my account. So just like it's this is Google, so you needed you to grant an access to it. So once the access is granted to it and it allow, so you are going to have it the same way I have it on that extension here, and that is the reason why you have my own or in there. So I've already done that before. So but that's just the processes you're going to do it. So once you do that, if you return back to us here, you can see geocode with awesome table here. So what do you need to do? Once the street, you have the street name here, and then you can see that we have KK16, the rest of them the way we have it here, and you see that each of them are being added in this particular pattern. So the way the street address all of you collected, so you return back here, go ahead and say start geocoding. It will come here. This awesome code geocoder with awesome table will be here. But if you have not done it before, you won't have it here until you do the same thing. I say get it add on here, and you click on this and you can say start geocoding. Now this is going to take like this. The script is attached to the document. You need to authorize. A script is attached to the document. You need to authorize to run. So you say okay. Now this okay is what I'm just trying to do now. So it's going to bring me here, and then you can see geocoding here, and I will say continue, and that's going to sign in, and I'm going to go down here and I'll say allow, and that's just going to run. So you look at it like this. So this comes up by the right hand side here. Now once it comes up, then it's going to work like this. So it is going to geocode this address for you down to whatever you have. So now what happens here, the first thing you need to know is that it is in sheet 1. Sheet 1 is here. If you have another sheet, is okay, but just know that the first thing you need to get here is sheet 1. The second thing you need to get here is the address. Look which is this title. Then are you coding in multiple columns? You say yes, but now we're just using a simple one, which is 1. If I wanted to code multiple columns, that means the way I changed the data from what you collected to here, I would have left it that way, but I just decided to make it in a single column. So what do I need to do? I will go ahead and click on geocoding, and you just wait for it a bit. So what happens is going to add the longitude and latitude, and it's going to convert those address, which 30 of them that you gave to me, from the address which you gave down to the longitude and latitude, as you can see, and then down to the earth. So you see each of those things has been converted, and that completely is done. Now quickly, you can create a map depending on what you want to do, but you can see now that the address which you collected have actually been added to the the coordinates they have added the coordinate to this. So now what does it tells you? So it tells you that these things was converted to this. Reverse geocoding is a process of converting this coordinate you have here, longitude and latitude, into back to this address you have. That's the reverse geocoding. But the geocoding is the process of using this particular one to bring it in like this. So if you have this address, in whichever way you can make it from here, from this one to this one, so, and in that other way, vice versa. So you can see this. So if you want to create a map, you can create. So any of them that failed, for example, that it was not able to get the right address like the way you put it here, and it's not able to get the right longitude and latitude, what happens to it is going to mark it through it, maybe probably telling you to have failed. And this you have even though it is limited, but you have ability of coding up to 10,000 address per day in your workspace account. So I don't know what you're geocoding that you'll be getting up to more than 10,000. So you can just be making 10,000 this thing per day, which is free, and then this will help you keep on and then do the perfect geocoding at every point in time. So this is a way of getting this thing done by getting the addresses you have, and then you are able to use this particular address to geocode it to this particular way. So that's the perfect way of getting this done. And once you are able to get this, you can go ahead and then make a copy, which is what I'm just going to do here, and then I will just go to the desktop. I just want to save the data in a particular location, the same place we are. So I'm just going to go in here to go to data, and I can just right click here and go to new here, and let me just put it in a text format. Let's see whether it will be faster. Then here, so I'm going to paste this thing that I copied. That's too much. Let me delete that, return back here, and instead of me copying all of them, let me just copy the range that I have the coordinates. So from here to here, and then make a copy, return here, and then paste it. So you can see here, this is longitude and latitude. And let me go ahead and then save it and come back here and copy this directory, make a copy, return back to ArcGIS. I'm just going to use ArcGIS because the same thing you can do in ArcGIS that's the same thing you can also do in ArcGIS Pro. So I just want to go ahead and add the data, and I can just go to the location so you can see the coordinate here. I can add it up here, and boom, that's end up here. So this is the coordinate we have here. I can right click on it and say display the X and Y. Then you can see here longitude and latitude. So I can define the coordinate system here as WGS because it's in longitude and latitude, and I'll click OK. And that's going to geocode them, and you can see the spatial distribution of the address here. So to quick one visualize what we have, I'm going to just add a base map here, and let me add OpenStreetMap base map. So we add OpenStreetMap base map to it to see how, where, and where it is located. So this, you can use ArcGIS Pro, you can use QGIS, you can use ArcGIS, any of the GIS ones. So if you look here, you see now this is the locations which all of you collected based on this. So let me make it bigger, and then here, and you can see this is the spatial distribution of what you collected based on those information you added, or the random number you added, and that's what you are able to produce. This point you have scattered all over this place. So if you go ahead and say let us label it, so you can see here each of them have their address. So if I turn off OpenStreetMap base map, you can have each of the address which you collected, Gasabo, 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 and then each of them are done in that pattern. So this is generally how you can geocode using or something.